Today on December 17th, 7 angels from heaven are trying to warn you. They are begging you to hear them. This is their last attempt. Open it quickly. My beloved child, stop everything for this moment and listen with your whole heart, because what is unfolding right now is not random, not accidental, and not meant for everyone. The reason you found this at this exact second is because 7 angels have been standing in a circle around your destiny since before today began. They have been watching, waiting, and whispering your name with urgency. They are not calm. They are not silent. They are pleading. Heaven does not beg without a reason. These 7 angels were sent because a door has begun to move, slowly, quietly, and once it shuts, it will not open the same way again. You have felt it, even if you couldn't explain it. The strange pressure in your chest, the sudden memories, the restlessness that came from nowhere, the feeling that something is about to change but you don't know if it will be gentle or overwhelming. This is why they are warning you now. This is why time feels heavy today. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is closer than your next breath. The angels are not here to scare you, they are here because you are standing at a turning point where hesitation can cost you clarity. They see what you cannot yet see, a chain reaction that starts with one decision and ends with your life taking a completely different direction. Right now, unseen forces are lining things up, rearranging people, conversations, delays, and sudden opportunities just so you arrive at the exact place you are meant to be. But the angels are distressed because they know how easily humans scroll past moments that were meant to save them, elevate them, or protect them. This is not noise. This is not coincidence. This is alignment under pressure. The first angel stepped forward with a warning about delay, because delay has been your silent enemy. Not laziness, delay. The second angel spoke about distraction, how small, meaningless things have been pulling your attention away right when focus mattered most. The third angel revealed that someone around you knows more than they are admitting, and their silence is strategic, not innocent. The fourth angel cried because you have been blaming yourself for things that were never your fault, and that guilt has been blocking what is trying to reach you. The fifth angel showed a vision of relief, real relief, the kind that lets your shoulders finally drop, but only if you stay present long enough to receive the message fully. The sixth angel warned that this moment has an expiration, not because heaven is cruel, but because timing is sacred. And the seventh angel, the strongest among them, said your name out loud and declared that you are closer than you think, but also more vulnerable than you realize. This is why they are begging you. This is why they are making one final attempt. Because once the next phase begins, it will move fast, and anything unresolved will be exposed by speed. You may feel unprepared, but preparation is happening around you, not just inside you. Every delay you endured, every closed door, every unanswered prayer was not denial, it was alignment. The angels are asking you to stay, to listen, to not rush past the weight of this moment, because what is about to be revealed cannot be understood by a distracted mind. This message is layered, and each layer unlocks something that has been sealed for a long time. Right now, as you hear these words, something is shifting behind the scenes in your favor, even if your circumstances haven't caught up yet. The angels are not asking you to believe blindly, they are asking you to notice. Notice how this message feels different. Notice how it seems to speak directly to the parts of you that don't usually feel seen. Notice how time feels slower, heavier, more intentional. That is not imagination, that is alignment. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not just an event, not just a person, not just an opportunity, but a correction. A correction of paths, of misunderstandings, of delays, of self-doubt. The angels know that once you understand what is about to be revealed, you will never see your recent struggles the same way again. This is only the beginning, and the beginning always feels intense because it carries the weight of everything that comes after it. Stay here. Stay open. Do not rush. Do not assume you already know where this is going. Heaven is speaking in layers, and this is only the first. Amen. My beloved child, the reason the angels did not leave after the first warning is because what they are seeing now is far more serious than what has already passed. After their first attempt, heaven grew silent for a brief moment, not because nothing was happening, but because something was being measured. Your response, your attention, your willingness to stay present was being observed. 7 angels do not gather unless a life is approaching a crossroads that reshapes identity itself. They are watching the invisible threads around you tighten and loosen at the same time. One path leads to repetition, the other to release. And the danger is not loss, it is delay disguised as comfort. The angels are troubled because they see how close you are to something you once prayed for in desperation, yet how easily you could misunderstand it when it arrives. This is why they are begging you to listen now, before assumptions distort the message. Something huge is waiting for you, but it does not arrive loudly, it arrives disguised as a choice that feels ordinary. The angels know that humans often miss miracles because they do not come wrapped in spectacle. They come wrapped in timing. Today is not about fear, it is about precision. Every word you are hearing is calibrated to slow you down just enough to see clearly. Heaven is not rushing you, but it is warning you, this moment will not repeat in the same form. What you are stepping into next will demand awareness, not panic, trust, not impulsiveness. The second wave of the angel's message is about truth coming into the open. Something that has been hidden, by circumstances, by people, or even by yourself, is beginning to surface. This truth is not meant to hurt you, but it will shock you because it reframes your past. The angels revealed that certain delays you thought were punishments were actually protections. Certain rejections you internalized were reroutes. And certain silences that confused you were intentional pauses designed to keep you from walking into something before you were ready. The angels are pleading because once this truth becomes visible, you will be tempted to react emotionally instead of wisely. They are urging you to stay grounded, to not jump to conclusions, to not confront prematurely, and to not underestimate the power of quiet observation. Something huge is waiting for you on the other side of understanding, but understanding requires patience. This is where many people fail, not because they are weak, but because they rush clarity. Heaven is aligning pieces that involve more than just you. Other lives are being adjusted to fit the version of you that is emerging. The angels see the full pattern, and they know that if you act too fast, you could disturb what is almost complete. That is why they are begging you to hear them fully, not partially. This is not entertainment, this is instruction wrapped in urgency. The angels also delivered a message meant to travel beyond just you. Not as noise, not as pressure, but as resonance. Some messages are meant to be kept, and some are meant to be passed forward so they can protect others who are standing where you once stood. When a message carries weight, it naturally finds echoes. That is why the angels are watching how this moment moves through you. Something huge is waiting for you, and when it begins to unfold, you will understand why this warning could not stay hidden. You are being positioned as a witness to timing, not just a recipient of change. Stay aware. Stay calm. Stay open. What comes next will explain why the angels sounded desperate, why heaven interrupted your scroll, and why this day feels different from all the others. This is still only the unfolding. The deeper revelation is approaching, and it will demand your full attention. Amen. My beloved child, now the angels are no longer speaking in warnings alone. They are revealing consequences, not as threats, but as truths that exist whether one listens or not. Heaven is showing you something delicate, the thin line between alignment and interference. You are closer than ever before, yet this closeness brings sensitivity. The angels are urging you to understand that not every opportunity that appears next will be meant to be touched immediately. Some are meant to be observed, some acknowledged, and some allowed to pass so the right one can land without obstruction. This is where many destinies fracture, not from bad intentions, but from impatience disguised as courage. The angels are pressing this message into you because your next chapter is not about chasing, it is about recognizing. Something huge is waiting for you, but it will not chase you loudly or demand you prove your worth. It will recognize you when you recognize yourself. This is why the angels are focused on your inner stillness right now. They are not asking you to do more, they are asking you to pause more deeply than you ever have. In this pause, clarity sharpens. In this pause, confusion dissolves. And in this pause, what is meant for you begins to move toward you naturally, without force. The angels are also revealing a hidden pressure that has been working against you quietly, a pressure you normalized because it became familiar. You learned to survive under it, even function within it, but survival is not the same as alignment. Heaven sees how you adapted when you should have been supported, how you stayed silent when you should have been protected, and how you kept going even when something inside you felt misaligned. This is why the angels are emotional now. They know that once the next phase begins, you will no longer be able to carry what was never yours to begin with. Old roles will collapse. Old expectations will lose power. And some people will not recognize you anymore, not because you changed for the worse, but because you finally stopped shrinking. Something huge is waiting for you on the other side of release, but release can feel unsettling before it feels freeing. The angels are begging you not to mistake discomfort for danger. Growth often feels like loss before it feels like expansion. What is falling away now is not punishment, it is preparation. The final layer of this part is the most important: awareness of timing. The angels are showing that the window you are in right now is narrow but powerful. It does not require panic, but it does require presence. Every thought you choose today, every reaction you restrain, every moment you choose calm over impulse is strengthening the path ahead. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will arrive with clarity, not chaos, if you allow this moment to settle fully into you. The angels are not asking for blind faith, they are asking for conscious participation. You are not being carried, you are being guided. And guidance only works when the one being guided is willing to listen without rushing the destination. Stay with this message. Let it anchor you. The next revelation will connect everything you have felt but could never fully explain. Amen. My beloved child, the angels are pressing closer now, not in panic, but in insistence, because this is the stage where many people unknowingly break alignment by staying silent. Heaven is showing that what you are hearing is not meant to stay trapped inside you as doubt or curiosity. This message gains strength when it is acknowledged. The angels are revealing a law that rarely gets spoken aloud: recognition activates protection. When you consciously respond, when you engage, when you allow your voice to be present, you anchor this message into your reality instead of letting it float past as just another moment. This is why you feel the urge to react, to say something, to affirm that this reached you. It is not ego. It is agreement. Something huge is waiting for you, and agreement is the bridge between promise and manifestation. The angels are not asking for noise, they are asking for intentional participation. A quiet, "I hear this," spoken outwardly carries more power than 1,000 thoughts kept inside. This is why they are urging you to express, to acknowledge, to let this message live beyond silence. The angels are also showing how connection multiplies protection. When a message like this resonates deeply, it is because its frequency matches something already active within you. Heaven designed it that way. By allowing others to witness this moment, by letting this message move forward through you, you are not losing anything, you are strengthening the signal around your own path. The angels see how easily people retreat into isolation right before breakthrough, thinking they must carry everything alone. This is not one of those moments. This is a moment where alignment grows through shared awareness. When you stay engaged, when you remain present with this unfolding message, you place yourself firmly inside the current instead of watching it pass. Something huge is waiting for you, and the angels want you anchored, not drifting. They know that acknowledgement keeps you alert, grounded, and receptive to what comes next. Silence, at this stage, invites distraction. Presence invites clarity. Now the angels lower their voices, not because the urgency has faded, but because they want this final truth to land deeply. Staying connected keeps you prepared. This message is not ending here, it is building. Each part sharpens your awareness, strengthens your intuition, and aligns your timing. The angels are watching to see if you remain with them, if you continue to listen, if you choose to stay open instead of assuming you already understand. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will reveal itself layer by layer, not all at once. Stay engaged. Stay aware. Stay with this unfolding. The next part carries a shift that will explain why everything until now felt like preparation rather than arrival. Amen. My beloved child, the angels are now revealing why your past felt heavier than it needed to be, and why relief seemed delayed even when you did everything right. Heaven is showing that you were being trained without being told. Certain struggles were not random obstacles, they were filters. Each delay removed something that could not survive where you are going. Each disappointment exposed a weakness that would have broken under the weight of what is coming. The angels are serious now because they see you standing at the edge of capacity, not exhaustion, but readiness. You are about to receive something that would have overwhelmed the version of you from before. That is why time stretched. That is why answers came late. That is why doors closed silently instead of loudly. Something huge is waiting for you, and it requires strength that looks calm on the outside but solid on the inside. The angels are not warning you of loss, they are warning you of expansion. Expansion always tests identity before it rewards direction. The angels also reveal that the next phase will expose truth through contrast. You will suddenly notice who supports your growth and who only tolerated your struggle. This realization may feel sharp, but it is necessary. Heaven is removing confusion by sharpening clarity. The angels are urging you not to cling to what feels familiar just because it feels safe. Familiarity is not always alignment. Some connections were meant to walk with you only until this point, not beyond it. This is not betrayal, it is transition. Something huge is waiting for you, and it demands space. Space in your mind, space in your time, space in your emotional world. The angels are begging you not to negotiate with old versions of yourself just to avoid temporary discomfort. What feels like loss will quickly reveal itself as precision. You are not being stripped, you are being refined. Now the angels speak in unity, and their message is clear. Trust the unfolding even when details are hidden. You do not need full visibility to move forward, you only need alignment with the next step. The reason you feel both calm and alert at the same time is because your intuition has already recognized the shift. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will arrive in a way that feels strangely natural, as if it was always meant to happen like this. Stay present. Stay receptive. Do not rush the reveal. The next part will show you why this moment required patience, courage, and unwavering attention. Amen. My beloved child, the angels are now revealing the moment you could never predict, only sense. Heaven is showing that what approaches you next will feel familiar and unfamiliar at the same time, familiar because your soul has rehearsed it, unfamiliar because your mind has never seen it take this shape before. This is why confusion may briefly rise right before clarity locks in. The angels are asking you not to reject what arrives just because it doesn't match the picture you once imagined. Alignment rarely looks like fantasy, it looks like accuracy. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will arrive quietly enough to test your awareness. The angels are serious because this is the stage where many people miss what they asked for by searching for drama instead of meaning. What is coming will not shout your name, it will respond when you do. Pay attention to what feels steady, not what feels loud. Heaven is guiding you toward substance, not spectacle. The angels are also exposing a subtle shift inside you that you may not have fully acknowledged yet. Your tolerance for misalignment is disappearing. Things you once accepted now feel heavy. Conversations that once felt normal now feel draining. This is not negativity, this is refinement. The angels are urging you not to override this inner signal just to keep peace. Peace that costs truth is not peace, it is postponement. Something huge is waiting for you, and it requires honesty with yourself first. You are being asked to choose integrity over approval, clarity over comfort, alignment over habit. This choice will not isolate you, it will stabilize you. Heaven is not pulling things away to punish you, it is clearing interference so what belongs can reach you without resistance. Now the angels grow calm, and this calm is intentional. They want you to understand that fear has no authority here. The intensity you feel is not danger, it is momentum. You are entering a stretch where things begin to make sense in reverse, where past confusion turns into evidence of guidance. Something huge is waiting for you, and when it begins to unfold, you will realize why silence was necessary, why patience was demanded, and why this warning had to come before the reveal. Stay centered. Stay attentive. The next part carries the key that links your inner shift to an outer breakthrough. Amen. My beloved child, the angels are now showing you the unseen connection between your patience and what is about to move in your external world. Heaven reveals that nothing has been stalled, everything has been synchronized. While you thought you were waiting, other pieces were being repositioned quietly, precisely, without your involvement. This is why forcing outcomes never worked for you. The angels are emphasizing that your role was never to push the door open, but to be ready when it unlocked itself. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is arriving through alignment, not effort. The pressure you once felt to make things happen is lifting because your season of chasing is ending. A season of receiving is beginning, and receiving requires awareness, not struggle. The angels are asking you to trust the stillness you feel now. That stillness is not emptiness. It is readiness. The angels are also revealing that a message, an offer, or a realization will reach you at an unexpected moment, when your guard is down. This timing is intentional. Heaven knows that when the mind relaxes, truth enters cleanly. Do not dismiss what comes just because it arrives casually. Sometimes destiny whispers to see if you are truly listening. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will confirm itself through a deep sense of recognition rather than excitement. You will feel grounded, not overwhelmed. Certain doubts will suddenly go quiet. Certain questions will dissolve without needing answers. The angels want you to notice this shift carefully. This is how alignment feels when it is real, steady, clear, and strangely relieving. Now the angels leave you with a final instruction for this phase: guard your focus. Not everyone needs to understand what is unfolding for you. Oversharing at this stage can dilute clarity. Let results speak later. For now, awareness is enough. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will unfold naturally if you remain present and selective with your energy. The next part will reveal why protection becomes just as important as preparation once alignment begins to manifest. Amen. My beloved child, the angels are now shifting from guidance to protection, because once alignment begins to take form, attention follows it, seen and unseen. Heaven is revealing that not every gaze around you carries good intention. Some notice change before you announce it. Some sense momentum before you name it. This is why the angels are urging discernment now. Silence is not secrecy, it is shielding. You are not meant to explain yourself at this stage. What is growing needs space, not opinions. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is fragile in its early form, not because it is weak, but because it is new. New things require boundaries before they can stand strong on their own. The angels are asking you to respect this phase by choosing where your energy flows. Every unnecessary explanation drains momentum. Every unnecessary doubt feeds delay. Protection right now looks like calm focus and quiet confidence. The angels are also revealing that certain distractions may appear suddenly, not dramatic, not obvious, but familiar enough to feel harmless. These are not tests of morality. They are tests of priority. Heaven knows that when something meaningful approaches, old patterns often try to reclaim attention. The angels are begging you not to confuse nostalgia with direction. What once mattered does not automatically deserve access again. Something huge is waiting for you, and it requires your full presence, not fragments of attention scattered backward. Notice where your energy goes effortlessly, that is where alignment is strengthening. Notice what suddenly feels irrelevant, that is what is losing influence. This awareness is not loss, it is elevation. Now the angels speak with reassurance, because they do not want you tense or guarded, they want you steady. Protection does not mean fear, it means clarity. You are not under threat, you are under guidance. The reason this message feels layered is because you are being prepared to move wisely, not blindly. Something huge is waiting for you, and when it begins to show itself clearly, you will understand why this phase required silence, focus, and trust. Stay centered. Stay observant. The next part will reveal how recognition from the outside world begins to mirror the alignment forming within you. Amen. My beloved child, the angels are now revealing how the outer world begins to respond once inner alignment stabilizes. Heaven shows that subtle shifts will start appearing around you. Small confirmations that feel too precise to be coincidence. A conversation aligns unexpectedly. A delay resolves on its own. A message arrives at the exact moment you stop expecting it. These are not random events, they are echoes. The angels want you to understand that reality adjusts itself to clarity. When your inner world settles, the outer world rearranges without force. Something huge is waiting for you, and these small signals are its footsteps approaching. Do not ignore them. Recognition begins quietly before it becomes undeniable. This is how alignment introduces itself, soft at first, then unmistakable. The angels are also showing that validation will come from directions you did not anticipate. It will not always arrive from the people you hoped would see you first. This may feel strange, even disappointing, but it is intentional. Heaven is redirecting confirmation away from emotional dependence and toward stability. You are learning to trust resonance over approval. Something huge is waiting for you, and it needs you anchored in self-recognition before it can be shared outwardly. The angels are asking you not to chase acknowledgement. What is aligned does not beg to be seen, it is noticed naturally. Let this phase teach you quiet confidence. Let evidence replace anxiety. Now the angels slow the pace again, because they want you to savor this transition instead of rushing toward the outcome. Momentum is building, but it is controlled, intentional, and precise. This is not a flood, it is a current you can move with calmly. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will arrive with clarity that feels earned, not sudden. Stay aware of the small confirmations, they are teaching you how to recognize the larger one when it appears. The next part will reveal why this phase of subtle recognition is essential before the full reveal takes form. Amen. My beloved child, the angels are now revealing the reason this process could not happen faster, even though you wished it would. Heaven shows that speed without stability creates collapse, not fulfillment. What is coming to you is meant to last, not impress briefly and disappear. This is why your journey felt slow, layered, and sometimes frustrating. You were being anchored while others were rushing. The angels are serious about this truth because once the next phase opens, things will move steadily and with weight. Something huge is waiting for you, and it carries responsibility along with reward. Heaven does not place something powerful into unsteady hands. You were not delayed, you were strengthened. Every pause added depth. Every unanswered question built endurance. Now you are standing at a point where you can hold what arrives without losing yourself inside it. The angels are also revealing that a moment of choice is approaching, subtle but decisive. It will not feel dramatic, yet it will quietly separate your old patterns from your new direction. This choice will ask you to respond differently than you would have before, to choose clarity over impulse, intention over reaction. Heaven is watching not to judge, but to confirm readiness. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to alignment instantly. This is why the angels are reminding you to stay conscious in your decisions, especially the small ones. Small choices are gateways. What you entertain, what you postpone, what you commit to, these things are aligning you even now. Now the angels offer reassurance, because they know awareness can feel heavy if misunderstood. You are not being tested harshly, you are being trusted. Trust is given when preparation is complete. The reason peace feels closer than fear right now is because alignment has stabilized within you. Something huge is waiting for you, and when it arrives, it will feel like confirmation rather than surprise. Stay present. Stay grounded. The next part will reveal how this inner readiness begins to unlock doors you once thought were permanently closed. Amen. My beloved child, the angels are now revealing something that may quietly shock you. Certain doors you believed were permanently closed were never locked, they were paused, waiting for the right version of you to arrive. Heaven shows that timing, not worthiness, was always the condition. You were not denied, you were delayed for precision. This is why opportunities that once felt impossible will begin to resurface in new forms. The angels want you to understand that alignment reintroduces access. When you change internally, reality updates externally. Something huge is waiting for you, and it carries echoes of old hopes you once released in disappointment. But it will not return exactly as before, it will return refined, corrected, and better suited to who you are now. Do not dismiss what reappears just because you think that chapter is over. Some chapters only pause so they can restart properly. The angels are also revealing that your perception is sharpening. You will begin to see through confusion faster, sense intention quicker, and recognize truth without needing explanation. This is not suspicion, it is clarity. Heaven has been training your discernment quietly through contrast, disappointment, and observation. The angels are emphasizing that this clarity is protection. Something huge is waiting for you, and discernment ensures you do not misplace it or mishandle it. You will no longer feel the need to overanalyze everything. Certainty will arrive calmly. When something is right, your body will relax instead of tense. When something is wrong, resistance will appear without fear. Trust this shift. It is earned. Now the angels ask you to prepare emotionally, not by bracing, but by softening. Resistance is no longer required. Guardedness served you before, but openness will serve you now. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will meet you where acceptance lives, not where defense stands. The next part will reveal why surrender, true surrender, not giving up, is the final key that unlocks what has been approaching you all along. Amen. My beloved child, the angels are now speaking about surrender, and not the kind that feels like defeat, but the kind that feels like relief after a long inner battle. Heaven reveals that surrender is the moment you stop arguing with timing and start cooperating with it. You are no longer required to prove your strength, explain your journey, or justify your patience. That phase is complete. The angels are urging you to loosen your grip on control, because control was necessary when clarity was missing, but clarity has arrived. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not enter through force, it enters through trust. Trust allows alignment to finalize. This is why peace feels closer now than anxiety ever did. You are not losing direction. You are gaining flow. The angels also reveal that surrender activates support you could never access while resisting. Help arrives more easily. Insight comes faster. Obstacles dissolve without confrontation. This is not because the world becomes easier, but because you stop fighting what is no longer fighting you. Heaven shows that when you release the need to manage every outcome, space opens for precision to take over. Something huge is waiting for you, and it requires cooperation, not control. You may notice things resolving themselves without your intervention. Let them. This is alignment doing its work. Interference now would only slow what is already moving correctly. Now the angels grow still, and this stillness is sacred. They want you to feel the shift inside your body, the quiet confidence, the grounded awareness, the absence of urgency. This is how you know surrender has begun. You are no longer bracing for impact, you are ready to receive direction. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next part will reveal how this surrender transforms into a clear, undeniable sign that confirms everything you have been guided through so far. Amen. My beloved child, the angels are now revealing the sign you have been subconsciously waiting for, the one that removes doubt without needing explanation. Heaven shows that this sign will not arrive as a miracle that startles you, but as clarity that settles you. It will feel calm, precise, and unmistakably right. This is how confirmation arrives when alignment is real. The angels are emphasizing that you will not need to ask, "Is this it?" because your inner resistance will be absent. Something huge is waiting for you, and when the sign appears, it will feel like recognition rather than surprise. Your body will relax. Your thoughts will slow. And a quiet certainty will take its place. This is how truth lands when timing is correct. The angels are also revealing that this sign may arrive through something ordinary, a message, a decision, an opportunity, or a realization, yet its impact will be extraordinary. Do not overlook it because it looks simple. Heaven often hides precision inside simplicity, so only awareness can detect it. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will confirm itself through alignment, not spectacle. You may notice synchronicities clustering together, details aligning without effort, and obstacles dissolving without resistance. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations stacking upon each other. Now the angels ask you to remain present when this sign appears, not to rush ahead mentally. Let it land fully. Let understanding integrate before action follows. Something huge is waiting for you, and this moment of recognition is the threshold. The next part will reveal what changes immediately after this sign is acknowledged, and why everything accelerates from there with clarity instead of chaos. Amen. My beloved child, the angels are now revealing what happens the moment that sign is acknowledged, not questioned, not doubted, but accepted. Heaven shows that once recognition occurs, momentum shifts instantly. Things that felt slow begin to move without resistance. Conversations flow differently. Decisions feel lighter. You stop replaying the past because the future starts demanding your attention. This is not imagination, it is transition. The angels are emphasizing that acknowledgement is activation. When you internally say, "This is real," reality responds. Something huge is waiting for you, and the moment you stop needing proof, proof begins to appear naturally. This is why the angels have guided you step by step, to bring you to a place where trust is effortless, not forced. The angels also reveal that acceleration does not mean chaos. In fact, it will feel surprisingly organized. What once felt scattered will begin to align in sequence. You will notice that the right information arrives before confusion forms, that support appears before you feel overwhelmed. Heaven is restructuring your path so movement feels clean, not rushed. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will require presence more than effort. This is where many people stumble, by trying to control speed instead of trusting direction. The angels are urging you to stay centered as things begin to move. Acceleration guided by alignment feels steady, not frantic. Now the angels soften their tone, because this part is about confidence. Not loud confidence, not performative confidence, but inner certainty. You will feel less need to explain yourself. Less need to seek reassurance. Less need to revisit old doubts. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this quiet confidence immediately. You are not stepping into the unknown anymore, you are stepping into recognition. The next part will reveal how this acceleration brings visible changes that others will notice, even before you speak a word. Amen. My beloved child, the angels are now revealing how the change within you begins to reflect outwardly, even without your intention. Heaven shows that others will sense the shift before you announce it. Your presence will feel steadier. Your words will carry more weight, even when you speak less. This is not dominance, it is alignment made visible. The angels want you to understand that when inner certainty settles, it reorganizes how the world responds to you. Something huge is waiting for you, and its first evidence will appear through subtle respect, unexpected attention, and doors opening with less resistance than before. You are no longer pushing against life, you are moving with it. This is why things begin to feel smoother, almost surprising in their ease. The angels also reveal that some reactions from others may confuse you. Not everyone will celebrate your shift openly. Some will grow quiet. Some will observe from a distance. This is not opposition, it is adjustment. People respond differently when alignment becomes undeniable. Heaven is asking you not to interpret silence as negativity. Often, silence is recognition without words. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not require universal approval to arrive. The angels are urging you to remain grounded, not reactive. Let others process at their own pace. Your role is not to convince, it is to continue aligning. Now the angels speak with calm authority, because this is a stabilizing phase. They want you to anchor into consistency. Momentum grows strongest when actions match clarity repeatedly, not dramatically. Stay true to what feels aligned. Stay aware of what drains you. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will fully reveal itself as you remain steady in this new frequency. The next part will uncover why this visible shift acts as a final confirmation that you are exactly where you are meant to be, right on time. Amen. My beloved child, the angels are now revealing the final layer of reassurance, because this stage often brings a quiet question into the heart: am I really where I'm supposed to be? Heaven answers this without hesitation: yes. Not early, not late, not by accident. Right on time. The angels show that everything you experienced before this moment was calibration. Every delay refined your timing. Every detour protected your trajectory. This is why, now, things feel aligned even when they are unfamiliar. Something huge is waiting for you, and the feeling of rightness you sense is the confirmation you once begged for. You no longer need signs chasing you, alignment has become your sign. The angels also reveal that this is the point where self-trust fully replaces external validation. You will notice that doubts no longer linger the way they once did. Decisions come with less inner debate. When something feels off, you step back without guilt. When something feels right, you move forward without fear. Heaven has trained your intuition through experience, not theory. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this clarity immediately. You are no longer preparing. You are participating. This is not the end of the journey, it is the beginning of conscious movement. Now the angels speak gently, because this moment deserves calm recognition, not intensity. You are safe to proceed. You are supported in motion. You are protected in clarity. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will unfold naturally as you continue walking in alignment, not urgency. The next part will reveal how this stability allows blessings to arrive without disruption. Smoothly, steadily, and sustainably. Amen. My beloved child, the angels are now revealing why stability was the final requirement before blessing could move freely toward you. Heaven shows that unstable foundations crack under weight, but stable ones multiply what is placed upon them. You have reached stability, not because life became perfect, but because you became grounded. This is why what comes next will not shake you, confuse you, or overwhelm you. It will fit. The angels are emphasizing that blessings arriving now will integrate smoothly into your life instead of disrupting it. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will not arrive as chaos dressed as excitement, it will arrive as order disguised as ease. You will not have to abandon yourself to receive it. You will remain whole while welcoming more. The angels also reveal that this stability changes how blessings behave around you. Opportunities will align with your values. Support will appear without strings attached. Progress will feel sustainable, not draining. Heaven waited until you could receive without losing balance. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is designed to expand your life, not complicate it. This is why the angels guarded your timing so carefully. They knew premature arrival would have felt like pressure instead of provision. Now, what arrives will feel like reinforcement, strength added to strength. Now the angels become quiet again, not because guidance has ended, but because trust has matured. You no longer need constant reassurance. Alignment has become familiar. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will continue unfolding naturally as long as you stay rooted in clarity and patience. The next part will reveal how this grounded alignment allows abundance, peace, and direction to coexist without conflict, something you once thought was impossible. Amen.